Hello everybody, welcome back here to franktortorici.com. Again, whether you're joining me through Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, createyourhealth.com, nextgent.com, or ihealthtube.com, I want to welcome you guys as always. I got a really cool article here that the New York Times has published on February 28, 2012, and the title of it is Brain Power Tied to Omega-3 Levels. And it's pretty self-explanatory. I'll just read the first clip here. In the analysis published online Monday in the Journal of Neurology, scientists examined 1,575 dementia-free men and women whose average age was 67 years old. The researchers analyzed the fatty acids of the subjects' red blood cells, a more reliable measurement than a plasma blood test or an estimate based on a diet. They used an MRI scan to measure brain volume and white matter, a radiological finding indicative of vascular damage. People in the lowest 1/4 for omega-3 levels had significantly lower total cerebral brain volume than those in the highest 1/4, even after adjusting for age, body mass index, smoking, and other factors. They also performed significantly worse on tests of visual memory, executive function, and abstract memory than those in the highest 1/4. There was no significant association with white matter volume. Okay, so the Dr. Zaldi S. Tan, he's the lead author and associate professor of medicine at the University of California in Los Angeles. He said, "We feel that the omega-3s reduce vascular pathology and thus reduce the rate of brain aging." So there you have it. I've said many times in my blog that I feel like we as a society are fat deprived. We've been victims to the fat-free craze boom probably in like the late 80s to early 90s, and it still exists in today along with the low-carb trend. But yeah, I really believe we all brainwashed and depleted of healthy omega-3, 6, and 9 fatty acids. I think we're eating obviously too much of the bad fats, so we just generalize that and fear fat as a whole, and then we negate all the healthy fats. I mean, if you watch your evening news, I think one of the best stories I could share is I remember a couple years ago I was really trying to press my parents to order some coconut oil to start cooking with because of its benefits and how it maintains its molecular structure from being exposed to high heats. It's one of the safest oils you can cook with. Funny, they ordered the coconut oil the day they received the shipment. That night they were watching the news, having dinner, and there was a special on how you should avoid coconut oil because it's so high in fat. So, there you go. I mean, if you're following and paying attention to the mainstream news media outlets when it comes to everything, we are being misled. And the truth of the matter is that, in that segment they said coconut oil was no good, that you should switch to oils like safflower oil, canola oil. Canola oil is a genetically modified plant. There's no such thing as a canola plant. It never existed before man existed. It's a synthetic oil. It stands for actually Canadian oil, canola oil. It was sold by the Canadian government to the U.S. government for an undisclosed amount of money, and it has components of tear gas, mustard gas. They've done studies that it actually eats away at your stomach lining. There's a big population in the American Thai community because all the Thai food restaurants, a lot of them use canola oil because it's a lot cheaper than coconut oil to cook the food with. That a lot of the American Thai population are having higher increases of stomach cancer. So, as you can see, it's very misleading to what we hear on the mainstream media outlets. We all want to up our healthy omega-3, 6, and 9 fats, predominantly for the brain, as well for our arteries and joints, hair, nail, and skin. The best sources are going to be your coconuts, your avocados, your olives, any types of raw nuts and seeds, wild salmon, wild grass-fed beef. There's so many. Walnuts are really good. I mean, there's author Don Tolman, who I admire his work, and he talks about eating foods that look like certain organs. So when you look at a walnut, what does it look like? Looks like your brain. So that's brain food for you right there. So really just try to upping up the amounts of your healthy omega-3, 6, and 9 fats. I would recommend supplementing as well with a really good, clean, wild Alaskan salmon or krill oil or cod liver oil. From a vegan standpoint, Udo's oil is great. You can find a good cold-pressed hemp seed oil or flax oil. You always want to make sure your oils are cold-pressed just for the sake of them not being exposed to heat, so they're not rancid at that point. So that's pretty much it. Again, I'll post the link, but you can just type in New York Times omega-3 brain health, and it will come up. So again, it's fascinating when you see mainstream outlets like the New York Times now covering topics like this. So again, if you guys have not clicked the subscription button here on YouTube, it is free. Please feel free to do so. You can also join me on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, CreateYourHealth.com, NextGen.com, iHealthDude.com as well. And also, anyone viewing these videos who may be interested, I am currently offering a free 15-minute phone or Skype consultation, which will give you guys just some insight to my approach towards wellness via functional diagnostic nutrition, where I just give you guys a little bit of insight on the importance of and the connection of balancing out your hormones, adrenal gland vitality, as well as liver function. So feel free to shoot me an email with any good dates and times to set up an appointment, and we can do that. And again, just pass these videos along to your family and friends, because this information, it's hard to find it in the mainstream media outlets, although this particular one is from the New York Times. So this information is vital. It can help save lives and help the quality of people's lives. So, pass these along to your family and friends. So I want to thank you guys. Peace and love.